Ever since Ryan Garcia knocked out Luke Campbell, literally every person around him tried to talk him out of the Gervonta Tank Davis fight. However, Ryan Garcia insisted that he want Gervonta Tank Davis next. It did not matter if Ryan Garcia had to check Chris Mannix or completely disagree with his own promoter, Oscar De La Hoya. Ryan is so determined that he's not even listening to his best friend, Canelo Alvarez, including his trainer. Ryan Garcia still pressing for the Gervonta Tank Davis fight to this day, in which he told TMZ, forget about walking through Gervonta. Ryan Garcia predicted that he's knocking out Gervonta Tank Davis in 2 rounds. Then he followed up by telling Gervonta, let's make it happen in May or September. Which I have to give Ryan Garcia a lot of props for keeping his words, not contradicting himself, at least not for now. It didn't matter if Ryan Garcia suffered a knockdown. Ryan did not allow the hiccup in the Luke Campbell fight to discourage him from fighting Gervonta Tank Davis, keeping the same energy regardless of all the people that's actually whispering to his ear. Matter of fact, Ryan Garcia is using the doubt as music to his ears, in which he trying to turn up to once he faces Gervonta Tank Davis. So right after Ryan let Tank know how he exactly felt, Gervonta responded in no time by stating, and I quote, I'd rather handle shit with violence instead of speaking. #the1. Those were some cold words by Gervonta Tank Davis. He pretty much told Ryan Garcia, if you really want to fight, then stop speaking. Let's make it happen. Tank also posted the graphic you guys see above, Davis versus Garcia, a fight they both agreed to prior to their last fights. Therefore, one thing for sure and 2 things for certain, Floyd Mayweather and Gervonta both want the fight. However, on the other hand, Ryan Garcia won the fight, by Oscar De La Hoya, Canelo Alvarez, and even Ryan Garcia trainer, they all against the fight right now. In other words, it takes 2 to rumble, but there's a team we have to worry about. So Ryan Garcia have to keep his side of the bargain. However, one thing I'm almost certain about Ryan Garcia, he is not following the Canelo Alvarez blueprint to cherry pick and maybe try to find Ricky Hatton brother top of an opponent to fight for a championship belt. You could stay away from Tank right now till you could build a missile to destroy a Tank. Ryan Garcia is like, man, dismiss me with that bullshit. You keep telling me not to fight Gervonta. I ain't ready. I'm ready now. I want to shock the world. Because truth be told, Ryan want to be like Ali. You going nowhere close to that rhyme of greatness if you want to cherry pick and not challenge yourself. After all, Ali fought Sonny Liston when he fought for a world title. Floyd Mayweather fought Hernandez. Sugar Ray Leonard fought Benitez. Devin Haney was trying to fight Lomachenko till he ordered witness protection. So, while the media, Canelo Alvarez, Ryan Garcia trainer, Oscar De La Hoya, they all telling Ryan to do exactly what Lomachenko did. You could order witness protection. Matter of fact, you even in a better position. You're not even a champion. You don't have to go that route. Ryan was like, nah, absolutely not. I said I'm the best fighter this decade, and I gotta prove it. So if I'm gonna go down fighting the best, it is what it is. After all, the sport of boxing always been about the best versus the best. Not the best versus the 10th best, which we call the Canelo Alvarez blueprint, in which he tried to hand Ryan Garcia where Ryan Garcia quickly declined because he realized he is not trying to ruin his image before he even start his own legacy. See, what you guys have to realize is that the truth is always universal. Everybody know the truth deep inside. I know, just like Ryan know, which Canelo know, that Oscar know, that everybody know, including the decafs, that in almost every single sport, it don't matter if it's the World Cup, the Super Bowl, NFL, NBA, it's set up like a tournament where teams get to play against each other, in which in the finals, the top two teams go up against each other. However, in the sport of boxing, they change and bend the rules if the fighter on the other side is a fighter from the coincidental list, in which Ryan Garcia's mentor, Canelo Alvarez, is a perfect example. Canelo Alvarez's blueprint consists of having the final team play against a team that's not even ranked. I mean, think about it. That's equivalence in the Super Bowl or the World Cup, the final team playing against a team that's not even ranked. And Canelo is always the perfect example since he's the number one pound for pound against Europeans. Canelo Alvarez is about to fight Avini, a fighter coming off a 2-year layoff. He's coming off a loss in which Canelo requested to fight Avini for the WBC strap of Benavidez, but he does not want to fight Benavidez. How ironic is that? That's how Canelo Alvarez changed and bent the rules, because truth be told, he is the WBC president. However, he could maneuver around Charlo and Andrade all he wants, but he will never be recognized as number one in the world when he's not even number one in his own division. That's why Canelo Alvarez will always remain as the best pound for pound European fighter. But when it comes to Ryan Garcia, so far he seemed like he cut from that truth cloth. Hopefully Ryan Garcia won't make me look like a fool the way Teofimo Lopez did the moment Teofimo made an out of nowhere U-turn. He did 180 degrees on his fans, retracting everything he stated prior, acting like exactly the person he was complaining about. Ryan Garcia, if he does fight Tank and then Devin Haney, then like I told you guys before, he's following that Oscar De La Hoya blueprint, not that Canelo Alvarez cherry picking print. One thing for sure, Ryan is a very intelligent fighter, a fighter that knows how to market himself, and I'm pretty sure he knows the way to become a pay-per-view megastar is to fight the best, the way Oscar De La Hoya did. Win or lose, people is gonna respect you for fighting the best. Because truth be told, Oscar De La Hoya, he fought everybody. Unlike his current mentor, Canelo Alvarez, who's literally avoiding everybody. That being stated, I think it will be wise if Gervonta gives Ryan Garcia everything he's asking for and pleases him to make this fight happen, because it's going to perform wonders for Gervonta. And as far as Ryan, I know he has a plan of fighting Devin next after Gervonta, which is way easier said than done. Because, truth be told, to make me a believer, Ryan Garcia is going to have to show me instead of tell me that he's going to knock out Tank in 2 rounds and walk through him. I have to see it to believe it, because nobody is walking through Tank. If anything, it will be the other way around. But if Ryan Garcia does pull off the upset and shock the world, because the element of surprise is there, his own team is doubting him. So if Ryan Garcia pulled off the upset, then he definitely the shot caller. I mean, with all the respect, Tank is not even going to be able to go back to the hood if he loses to Ryan. And on the other hand, if Ryan Garcia gets knocked out, it's definitely going to damage his image a little bit on social media. However, one thing for sure and two things for certain, this fight is huge, ladies and gentlemen, and it's going to open up doors for other mega fights to happen. Because now Teofimo Lopez, he's going to have to face a Devin Haney. I mean, he has nowhere else to go. Bob was talking about Ryan and Gervonta as potential opponent for Teo. So since that's eliminated, the only one left is the A-class boogeyman, Devin Haney. But who are we kidding? If you want to find a way out, you are going to find a way out. All he has to do is follow the Canelo Alvarez blueprint, NBF. With that being stated, drop your comments below, subscribe below. If you're trying to get smart about a minute, if you're trying to get dumb about a second, don't. I listen to these decasts, the dumb, casual ass fans that don't know shit about boxing. Word to Roger Mayweather, may he rest in peace, inshallah. Shout out to my bro Ski, my Akhi Dante, the entrepreneur of new media that I'm a part of. And if you're a casual fan and you want to be a hardcore boxing fan, all you got to do is click on the notification bell to get notified every time I post or go live on Split Decision. It's a boxing debate / talk show, mixed, master, engineer, produced by yours truly, Akhi, the past, present, and future. Undefeated pound for pound when it comes to debating. I got these decaf shook. They scared to look every time Akhi's on TV because the truth is always bad news for these decaps. The truth is their kryptonite. The truth will always come out. 3 things that could never be hitting: the sun, the moon, and the truth. They eventually going to come out. It's part of destiny. With that being stated, to be continued on the next episode of Akhi, Op TV. Peace, and we out here.